What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with my next Archetype video, and I will be taking a look at the Lunalights. So this was actually asked, well, actually, this was suggested on Instagram. If you guys have not followed me on Instagram, my Instagram link should be there, and you guys can, follow what I'm doing on Instagram and all my little posts from there. So I'm more so active on Instagram than I am on Facebook or anything. It's just more easier access. But we're going to be looking at the Lunalights. This is an archetype that was introduced in the Arc V series, and it got its main support throughout the last few sets within um, the last year or two, actually the last 2 years. It started off in Shining Victories, and we have support all the way up to Battles of Legends Heroes Revenge with a couple of releases there. The archetype itself is full of nothing but Beast Warrior type monsters. With the exception of two monsters being light, the rest of the monsters are actually dark attribute, and their whole synopsis is, well, they fusion summon. The duelist herself, Selena, uses this deck in the Arc V series, and it's kind of similar to the rest of the Cyber Angels. I mean, the Cyber Girls that Alexis used in the anime. And funny enough, I think these two duelists have actually met in the anime during the Arc V series. The Lunalights themselves are known in the OCG as the Moonlights, and they actually are creatures and animals who dwell in the nighttime. Funny enough, I have not seen a Lunalight owl, but for the most part, I've seen practically every other monster, or well, every other animal or creature that could be dwelling in the moonlight. So we'll be talking about all of the Lunalights within this video, and we'll be going through the archetype itself. So we'll start off with, ironically enough, the pendulum monsters that the archetype has. We have Luna Light Wolf, this level 6 light attribute beast warrior type monster with 2000 attack, 1800 defense, with a scale of 1. So the monster effect pretty much is that you can, if you pendulum summon, the only monster you can pendulum summon are Lunalight cards, and this card effect cannot be negated. You can species summon one Lunalight monster from your extra deck by banishing material listed on the card from your field or graveyard. And its base effect as a monster is it gives all Lunalight monsters piercing, battle piercing damage effect. So if your monster attacks a defense position monster, you'll inflict the damage to your opponent when the attack of that monster of your monster is higher than that monster's defense. Then we move on to the next of the Lunalight pendulum monsters. We have Lunalight. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you what monster Lunalight Wolf is. Well, it is a wolf monster, and wolves are, those who dwell in the moonlight. We have the Lunalight Tiger, level 3 light attribute beast warrior type monster with 1200 attack, 800 defense, and it's a scale of 5. Its pendulum effect is once a turn you can target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Its effects are negated, it can attack, and is destroyed during the end phase. As a monster effect, Lunalight Tiger's effect is that if this card is on the field destroyed by battle card effect, you can target a Lunalight monster in your graveyard and special summon it, and you can only use this effect of Lunalight Tiger once per turn. So this monster is purely a tiger in its aesthetic, in that I do believe tigers do also dwell in the moonlight. I think only specific ones. We have, starting off with with regular effect monsters, we have the Lunalight Crimson Fox, dark attribute level 4, beast warrior type monster. 1800 attack, 600 defense. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Change its attack to 0 until the end phase of the turn. When a card or effect is activated targeting a Lunalight monster or monsters you control, quick effect, you can banish this card from the graveyard to negate the activation of that card, and if you do, increase both players' life points by 1,000. So, pretty much, it's the Crimson Wolf that is being depicted in this monster's artwork for its red skin and fluffy tail and its fox-like ears. We move on to the Lunalight Blue Cat, level 4 dark attribute warrior beast warrior type monster with 1600 attack, 1200 defense. This card is special summon. You can target one Lunalight monster you control except for Lunalight Blue Cat. Its original attack is doubled, and till the end of the turn. You can only use this effect of Lunalight Blue Cat once per turn. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle card effect. You can summon one Lunalight monster from your deck. Lunalight Blue Cat is based off of a blue kitten in its appearance. Next up is the Lunalight Kaleido Chick, level 4 Dark Attribute Beast Warrior type monster with 1400 attack, 800 defense. Once per turn, you can send one Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. The name of this face-up card becomes the name of the monster, becomes treated as the name of the monster sent from the deck or extra deck, even if it's used as fusion material. Then, if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add one polymerization in your graveyard to your hand. And you'll use this effect of Lunalight Kaleido Chick once per turn. If this card is banished, you can activate this effect. This turn, your opponent cannot activate. Your opponent's cards and effects cannot activate during the battle phase. The Kaleido Chick is based off of a rainbow colored chick. Kaleidoscope meaning the kaleidoscope being known for its many colors and many illusions. Next up is is the Moonlight Emerald Bird, level 4 Dark Attribute Beast Warrior type monster, 1200 attack, 1000 defense. When this card is normal or special summon, you can send one Lunalight card from your deck from your hand to the graveyard. And if you do draw one card, when this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can target one slow for a lower Lunalight monster that has been banished or in your graveyard, except for Lunalight Emerald Bird and special summoning in defense. But its effects are negated. You only use each effect of Lunalight Emerald Bird once per turn. And this bird, of course, is this monster is depicting the Emerald Bird, a an emerald colored bird that is believed to soar through the skies. Next up is the Lunalight Yellow Merton, level 4 Dark Attribute Beast Warrior type monster, 800 attack, 2000 defense. This card is sent from your hand or graveyard. You can target one Lunalight monster you control, except for Lunalight Yellow Merton. Return it to hand, and if you do so, summon this card in defense, but it is banished when it leaves the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add one Lunalight spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. You can use each effect of Lunalight Yellow Merton once per turn. I want to say this monster is based off of I forgot what I was. I think it's based off of a squirrel or a rodent, just due to its appearance. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. But Yellow Merton, I believe, is based off of a rodent. I want to say a squirrel, but she also could be based off of another fox. It's not really certain of what she's based off of what creature dwelling in the moonlight, but I would honestly kind of say it has to be some type of rodent. Not going to confirm or deny. That's left to the comment section. You guys know which one she's based off of. Next up is the Lunalight Purple Butterfly. She's another Dark Attribute level 3 Beast Warrior type monster with 1000 attack and defense. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Your hand or field to the graveyard, then target one Lunalight monster you control, and it gains 1000 attack until the end of the turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard and so summon one Lunalight monster from your hand. You only use this effect. You use the effects of Lunalight, Lunalight Purple Butterfly once per turn. Now, the Purple Butterfly is actually based on a butterfly that dwells in the moonlight. There's actually several butterflies that are nocturnal and not, and actually don't really, awaken during the daytime. They awaken, at the beginning of sunset and go all the way to dawn. Next up is the beautiful Lunalight White Rabbit, level 2 Dark Attribute Beast Warrior type monster with 800 attack, 800 defense. When this card is normal summon, you can target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard except for Lunalight White Rabbit and so summon in defense. Once per turn, you can target any number of spell or trap cards your opponent controls up to the number of other Lunalight cards you control and return in the hand. So this monster is to play on many things. One is the story of the of the White Rabbit, the Yuki Usagi. Funny thing about this is that you can actually make the reference to Sailor Moon because Sailor Moon's Earth name is Usagi Tsukino, which is a rabbit in the moon, which is also reference to some Japanese lore about rabbits in the moon. So there's your Sailor Moon reference. Next up is Lunalight Black Sheep. Dark attribute level 2 Beast Warrior type monster with 100 attack, 600 defense. You can discard this card and activate one of the following effects. You can add one Lunalight monster from your graveyard to your hand, except for Lunalight Black Sheep. You can add one polymerization from your deck to your hand, and if this card is sent to the graveyard as fusion material for a fusion summon, you can add to your hand one face-up Lunalight Pendulum monster in your extra deck, or one Lunalight monster in your graveyard, except for Lunalight Black Sheep. This monster is based off of the sheeps, preferably black sheeps, but I think for the most part, sheeps in general have that whole kin to, sheeps jumping over fences, to get people to sleep. And you count out your sheep, one sheep, two sheep, and then it's supposed to help you calm down and fall asleep. We go on to the spells, and actually two unique spells for the Lunalights. We have Lunalight Perfume. This normal spell, target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summoning. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then discard one card from your hand and add one Lunalight monster from your deck to your hand. So this is very much their Kin of Monster Reborn or their reinforcement of the army. And this card's effect is not once per turn, so you can get some advantages off of that then. Then we have Lunalight Fusion. This normal spell card is have the ability of fusion summon one Lunalight fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can also use one Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck as fusion material. You only use this effect of Lunalight. You only activate one Lunalight fusion per turn. So in this card's artwork, you see the monsters blue cat and purple butterfly. This is honestly one of the great additions to the Lunalights for the fact that just like Shadow Fusion, you can use monsters in your deck, but this can also include monsters from your extra deck. So it can serve of your particular fusion monsters, Lunalight Fusion monsters, the edge they need to be summoned to the board. Next up is the beautiful trap cards, and we start off with Lunalight Reincarnation Dance. If a Lunalight monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add up to two Lunalight monsters from your deck to your hand. You only activate one Lunalight Reincarnation Dance per turn. And in this card's artwork, you see the beautiful purple butterfly and the white rabbit. Next up is Lunalight Sonata Dance. This continuous trap card's effect is when a fusion monster or monsters is fusion summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters and apply one of the following effects. Special summon one Lunalight token, Beast Warrior, Dark Attribute, level 4, 2000 attack and defense to your opponent's side of the field. That target gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls, even if the card leaves the field. During your main phase, you can manage this card in your graveyard and send one card from your hand to the graveyard. And if you do, this is one Lunalight monster from your deck. You only use this effect of Lunalight Sonata Dance once per turn. In this card's artwork, we have the beautiful blue cat, who's taking center stage. So now we go on to the fusion monsters, and the only monsters in the extra deck for the Lunalights. We have Lunalight Cat Dancer, level 7 Dark Attribute Beast Warrior type fusion monster, 2400 attack, 2000 defense, needs two Lunalight monsters for its fusion summon. Lunalight Cat Dancer cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn during the main phase. You can contribute one other Lunalight monster for the rest of the turn. The first time monsters your opponent controls will be destroyed by battle, they aren't. Also, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls twice each during the turn. And if this card declares an attack, inflict 100 points of damage to your opponent. The Lunalight Cat Dancer is supposed to base herself off of a cat dwelling in the moonlight. Next up is the Lunalight Panther Dancer. Level 8 Dark Attribute Beast Warrior type fusion monster, 2800 attack, 2500 defense, one Lunalight Cat Dancer, and one Lunalight monster. Must first be fusion summoned with the above fusion material. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Once a turn during your main phase, you can activate the following effect. For the rest of the turn, the first time monsters your opponent controls will be destroyed, they are not destroyed. Also, this card can attack all of your opponent's monsters they control twice each this turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can gain 200 attack until the end of the battle phase. So the Lunalight Panther Dancer is based off of a Black Panther that roams the jungle during the night. Next up is the Lunalight Saber Dancer. This level 9 Dark Attribute Beast Warrior type monster, 3000 attack, 2600 defense. 3 Lunalight monsters must be fusion summoned, gains 200 attack for each Beast Warrior monster that is banished or in the graveyard. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects during your main phase except for in the turn this card is sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target one fusion monster you control, and it gains 3,000 attack until the end of this turn. You don't use this effect of Lunalight Saber Dancer once per turn. So this monster, I believe, is supposed to be based off the saber-toothed tiger, one of the most prehistoric cats in cat history, and is known to be a night dweller as well. The last of the Lunalight monsters is Lunalight Leo Dancer, level 10, dark attribute beast warrior type monster, 3500 attack, 3000 defense, needs 1 Lunalight Panther Dancer, and 2 Lunalight monsters. Must be fusion summoned with the above fusion material and cannot be summoned by other ways. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. This card can make 2 attacks during each battle phase, once per turn at the end of the damage step. If this card attacks a monster, you can destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. The Lunalight Leo Dancer is based off of a lion. Funny enough, if you do know the history of the what is it, the constellations and stuff, the lion is one of the constellations with the code name of Leo. So that is pretty much it for all the information and everything about the Lunalights. I hope you guys enjoyed the Lunalight archetype video, and I hope those who were expecting some Lunalights got a little bit of the, got some love here through this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Of course, hit that notification bell when you guys want to be informed of when I do my uploads. Also, hit up the social media sites and give a like and a follow to those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. HPJ signing out. Take care.